Okay, quick Thursday morning radar update. Going to just have a quick look through the markets, and haven't dropped one for a week or so, have I? So let's just buzz through these markets. We're just kind of ranged, but inside day on the FTSE 100. We just took the lows out, but we're inside the 2-day range on the DAX there. Small caps, we're a little bit of strength over the last couple of days. 250, looking a bit like the DAX. But I'll just buzz through these markets and give you the forest for the trees view. Transports, kind of ignore these lines. I put them in on the pullback. This is what we expect, a bit of sideways back and fill. Transports, traditional leader, still just basing out. You haven't missed a bull market in the transports, have you? But industrials broke out of this big level here, and this is the first. I mean, this was a garden variety pullback. This has had a pretty we had a pretty heavy day, didn't we, out last week? And a little bit more back and fill would be good. It would just set things up. October is known for being a little bit of a pain in the bum, or Rocktober, as some people call it. The market can be a bit rocky. S&P, big distribution day here, and we're just building like a little bit of a bear flag here, and this would be good going forward if we just got a normal correction. We haven't had one yet. We've had one day, and the same as with the Nasdaq. And where would a bad correction take us? A bad correction would be down into this area here. That would be the obvious area. But a very normal correction would just be sort of into mean trend and just testing this range here. So that would be very normal. What about the Russell? Well, the Russell's actually, look at the Russell. I know a lot of people like to sort of talk about, the Mag 7 and how dominant they are. But you can't deny that there's rotation into small caps in the US. You can't deny that. It's there plain for you to see, the trend of the Russell. Well, if the Russell corrects as well, down here would be very normal. And it would, in a bull market, pullbacks give you a slingshot into trends. They're an opportunity, aren't they? DAX just sideways, bumped through highs, just pulled back in. FTSE 100, obvious first area of, normal area to pull in would be down here, and deeper pullbacks, obviously. A deep pullback down to this previous base level. And the 250, you can see I've drawn the ideal scenario, but in the real world, down here would be a very normal place, would be a really good shakeout. And what about weightings portfolio? Where are you invested at the moment? We're just overwhelmingly in the leading sectors, which are gold. It's you just can't. But as trend followers and anyone who's a fundamental investor, I was saying this earlier this week, all fundamental investors should see all those gold stocks. They're absolutely firing on all cylinders. Whether you're a fundamental investor, whether you're even, some of them look like value stocks, it's they're absolutely firing on all cylinders. Commodity related, we know, but hopefully everyone out there has got a good chunk of gold. Me being a rider of higher beta sort of leading stocks in the UK, absolutely loaded with it. And what will happen if the market corrects? Well, if we get pulled out of some gold stocks when gold corrects, happy days. The cash pile goes up, but pullbacks in bull markets, there'll be a lot of opportunity going forward if that's what we see. And happy days. People hate it if you're doing well in the markets. Just remember that people absolutely hate it if you're doing well in the markets. You know, you post your gold trends. People don't like it, do they? Got to be a bit positive about these stuff and just make the most out of what's working, and they are working. It's you just can't deny it. And let's just jump into gold and have a quick look at that. Yeah, big level 4,000. It looks like it wants to go to 5,000. It wouldn't take it much, would it? But yeah, it's just been an absolute lockout trend. And I'll just say this as well: gold stocks have just got a little bit twitchy recently, and the gold price is still going, and some gold stocks are getting a little bit twitchy. They either play catch up, or they're predicting something. Who knows? Who knows? But whatever happens, it doesn't matter. Whatever happens in the gold space, it really doesn't matter. Could give us the worst punch on the nose ever, and we still make money. We've got so much gold. So don't tempt fate. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly jump into the up on day screen. We'll just have a quick look at a few stocks what are up. I might just order it for growth as well. When the computer wakes up. So in order of sector up on day, it's actually quite a quiet day. I'll just buzz through these. One of the best large cap blue chip trends we've seen in a long time. Iofina, this one got through its news now, has it? Yeah. And it's got a bit of news on it today. It's a choppy, it's never going to be a leading sort of orderly trending stock, is it? It's not what we're looking for. Just buzz through these. SRT Marine continues. VLX, obviously we've covered that one on the pullback. XP Power here, yeah, it's a fantastic looking base. It's a return to growth. XPT, let me just, PP, sorry, XPP. I haven't got my glasses on. Maybe I should put them on. PP. Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Tough one. Just return to growth. Debt multiple on this is huge just because of the loss. What we call a CTP, a calculated total punt. I'm just going to fly through these, and then I'm going to order them for growth. And just have a quick look what growth stocks are ticking up today. VLG, obviously, we've kind of covered that one in detail as well. I've got 0 on the forward pre-tax on this for some reason, so I don't know if that's bad data. A few oilers in the list today. We haven't seen many oilers in a long time. SAR, another loss-making stock, no turnover. No surprises that happens on this kind of stock. Absolute. I usually take the line off these things as soon as we say CTP. I usually take the line off again so we don't have to live with them. Look at them. AOP, yeah, we've covered that one in detail. Beaks as well. This big band of supply here, Beaks will be better if it could just punch out of that and just build some, a nice pullback or into a nice base. It's trading towards some good numbers, but the chart is not exactly ideal, I suppose. Philtronic continues swing day a few days ago. It's been a long drawn out pullback on Philtronic, and I know people are looking for a good trail point on this to post. It would be nice if it punched through 180 for them. Yeah, that's what's in the up on day screen today in order of growth. Yeah, lo and behold. A mix of blue chips, small and mid caps. Well, blue chips and small caps by the looks of it. So that's got no growth, Rolls Royce now. Yeah, just something to sort of note here when you start looking at, you know, stocks like this, Rolls Royce. You know, this is where we talk about it in my site. You know, it's about catching a trend, breakouts, pullbacks, early in a trend. Coming to a stock like Rolls Royce now, let me just, you know, I could have said that here as well, and it's gone twice as far. But you've got to think, you know, if I buy late into trends 10 times in a row, is it going to make me money or is it going to lose me money? Well, 10 times in a row buying late into trends, that's going to lose me money. 10 times in a row buying early into trends, that's going to make me money. You know, that is the detail. And when you do that, you know, that's the truth, isn't it? And when you do get an outlier, you know, everyone who buys late into it, it's like, oh, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? You know, but they all look like, you know, no-brainers, don't they, when they're up nicely? So you've always got to be, same with the gold stocks, you always got to be, you know, keep one eye on your trade, your exit. You know where you're going to exit, because I'll be honest, this thing probably would have knocked me out here if I was in this for a trend. I like high beta small cap stocks, but you can't argue with what this did from the price it was trading. Absolutely fantastic. It's just, you know, looking at it now, it's just earnings per shares, forward earnings per shares down, profits up actually, forward and turnovers flat. So yeah, could go on for some time. I don't know, but you know, it's about catching this end, not that end of the trend. That's my 2 pence on that. Okay, that's this morning's radar update.